friends, it is time to get Hopothetical once again with your friendly neighborhood Beeroes and the honorary Beero tonight, Mr. Sean Matchoff himself. Welcome back again for the second time for this week.
What's up? What's up?
All right.
And Marcus, what was the question you posed us this week to get Hopothetical with?
All right. So basically, what are our top 5 comic heroes and or villains that we would want to have at our bachelor party because we are going to get married? So we can assemble a team, 5 heroes, villains from Marvel, DC, can be from anywhere you want it to be. But we're going to assemble the team and we're going to just have some fun with it. Anything goes here.
I like it. And, it's such a different pace from what we've done. We did the villains and brews last week, and we've done like the hero style, attacks on the villains. And now this is straight up fun. This is heroes and villains that are going to, make our bachelor parties better. And I'll tell you this much, I'm not bringing Negan from The Walking Dead because I feel like I'd walk out dead with my head smashed in by Lucille. So that's one person that's not on my list.
Definitely at least a splitting headache.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. I love it.
That was great.
Dude, so stoked for this.
So I think, should we have Sean go first with his first member of his bachelor band?
Let's go right into it, man.
All right, Sean.
Well, you know what? We should set the stage first. So,
Okay.
do you guys have like a particular place that you had in mind when you did this? And if you didn't, would there be a place that you would have it?
Oh,
let's set
I didn't
the
think about the
stage for it.
place. You guys do your place, and I'm gonna think. Unless you guys don't know your places yet.
I think I have mine.
All right, so
Yeah,
Marcus.
I had two possible places. Marcus, you can go first, dude.
Okay. So the other week, it was my first time going out on like a private boat. I had never done that before. We went all around the Bay Area. We went under the Bay Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, just zooming around. And like honestly, that was one of the funnest things I've ever done in my life. So, just a private boat though, not a big one, and it goes fast. It can hold about 10 people ish. It's incredible, the most funnest thing ever, especially when it's hot and the water's just splashing you on the face. It feels so good. So I would, now that I've done that, I know that I would have mine on a boat for sure.
Sweet.
That's tight, dude. That's a pretty good answer. So I had 2 answers because the whole thing I thought way too much. Like anything nerdy, I thought way too much about this.
Yeah.
But first one I was like, dude, Madripoor, the place we just got introduced to in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm like, the rich like Vegas side looked pretty dope, and I was like, oh dude, that would be probably super fun and get in a lot of trouble. But and then I was like, okay, so IRL, like in real life, I would probably do something like Ibiza or some like fun like party, just wild island. Like, as I get older, as weird as it sounds, as I get older, I get more to the Vegas just rage type because you get to rage less, I guess. Monday through Friday for like 90% of the year, you don't do anything and you go on that one big vacation and like you just go nuts. So I think I'm gonna have to go with like Ibiza or some like party, tropical party land.
I like that. I think Ibiza's great. I think that's cool. I think I would go with the typical like Vegas, Bellagio hotel stay with a nice suite, going to the clubs and party. And I think I would, with my group that I have, I think that's what I would stick with because I wouldn't want to ruin, a beautiful island like Ibiza and stuff like that. So I'm going to ruin Vegas with my crew. So that's where I'm going to go with.
That's fair, dude. Vegas deserves to be ruined sometimes.
All right, man. So Sean, do you want to start off with your first member of your bachelor pad?
Yeah, so let's I didn't put them in any order, but I might steal one from I think it might be in Marcus's group, but I'll steal it first. So I was gonna go with Thor, purely on his drinking ability and humor.
That's a fucking great choice, man. You know why it's a great choice?
So did you,
Exactly.
Marcus? Did you pick him or no?
Oh, he was my number one choice. Easily. I'm staring at it right now. Number one was Thor. Sean, you said it best. The man loves to indulge in drinking. He seems like he enjoys like pranking. You know, he prank his brother all the time. It's just like loud and boisterous, and just like he would definitely be like my best friend at the party the whole time. We'd be there. We'd drink until our livers go away. But his wouldn't because he's a god, but mine would, so I'd be dead first.
But maybe he'll resuscitate you by shocking you with
yeah,
with the
that's
thunder.
true. But
go.
really, I want to try that super special like aged liquor that he had in Age of Ultron from Asgard.
Yeah,
man.
dude. Yeah.
That's the way to go. So that's why I wanted to pick him.
That's the
That's my
special
first
glass
one.
coming out for the
Yeah.
bachelor party right there.
The no mortal man juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's a great pick for both of you. You know, would it be Fat Thor or Fit Thor? Because I think Fat Thor can pack a few more beers in him than Fit Thor could.
Dude, Fat Thor would, but he'd get sad.
Yeah, that's
quick,
true.
dude.
You don't want that going on.
Yeah, he'd crash hard for sure.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking about calling it Fat Thor, but then like I remember he was just in his feelings and he wasn't taking the greatest care of himself, so it's like that depressed drunk that you don't really want around the party, like the group.
Hey, listen, I'd
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
game with Fat Thor and Korg. That'd be a great Fortnite
hell
trio
yeah,
right
dude.
there, you know?
Yeah, chilling at the house, dude. Like with a week of nothing to do, for sure.
Yeah.
Fat Thor.
Oh yeah, dude.
All right, so my first member. So we're in Vegas, right? Me and my crew. I need people with money. Like I want top of the line partying. Who better than my boy, Mr. Green Arrow himself, Oliver Queen. He is going to partially fund my bachelor party. Love the man. He can get super aggressive. In the comics, he's very campy and funny and witty. So, some humor there. But later on, when I talk about the humor for my party, you'll understand. But, Oliver's not there for the humor. The next person's not there for the humor, which they both do have their witty banter. But Mr. Oliver Queen, he's going to help me shoot archery. We're going to shoot archery off the freaking Bellagio top floor. And, it's going to be a good time. Because, Mr. Oliver, he's a playboy billionaire. Loves to party. So that's my first pick in my bachelor crew right there.
Dude, you brought up a good point I wanted to ask you guys about. What was your method for picking these guys? Like, was it just your favorites? Are they playing specific roles?
I got specific roles. I got my people with the money to help pay for everything.
We'll get into it each round.
Okay.
I don't want you to give away too much.
All right. Well,
Okay. Oh, you meant for like the first pick then? Like what was our thought process for our first one? Yeah, the thought process for Thor was just like plain old fun. My drinking buddy. He would be the guy that I'm like drinking beers with all night long. So that's just where I went easy with it in the first one.
That's the same route I went, dude. And I went into the whole mindset of all of this with, it's my bachelor party. It's like you can't get into too much trouble, especially with like
Or
social
can
media today. Like nothing can get get back or get to cause you future trouble. That's the last thing you want to do. And so I think the banter between Thor and my second pick would be amazing. And then also the second pick with the rest of the group would be nuts. I went with Deadpool.
Nice.
And just his being wild and spontaneous and still having like a he's not too bad to the point where you're all gonna get locked up for something nuts. Like he still has like a good bone in his body. So I just think, watching Deadpool and Thor playing tricks on everybody would be insane, dude.
Oh, dude, it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I totally get what you mean. I actually had him on my team, but I had like a list of backups in case we started running over too much. So I'm going to swap him out, but he was on my original team. I don't want to like have our teams be the same. So,
Yeah,
I'll
dude,
swap him out, but I get it.
Yeah, we would be at each other's bachelor party.
Probably.
Same guys.
There. It just because like he's funny as shit. His mouth never stops running. He just like witty all the time, always looking to one up the other person. He would be like the guy that would make us laugh all night long. And
100%, dude.
to see him interact with like anybody on the team would be hilarious because they're just a bunch of alpha male like arrogant assholes.
Big time.
Exactly.
I think there's gonna be a ton of egos on our team is to be on our bachelor
party.
So, and they're all it's all gonna be great. It's all gonna mesh in a very pretty much comical way in most senses. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's a great
at a
pick,
bachelor
though,
party. Yeah, I want to sit back and stay out of the trouble. So I'm like, dude, he'll get into plenty of trouble, and I'll just be able to watch the show and like stay out of it.
And hey, if Deadpool gets hurt, if he gets shot, he'll just regenerate. He can get in all the fight he wants to.
He's good. He's good to go.
He get his arm chopped off and he'll come back. We'll look. Remember Deadpool 1? If his legs get chopped off, he'll just have baby legs for a little bit, and that'll be even better for the freaking party.
Exactly. You just got to carry him around for a little bit, and he'll be good in a few days.
Yeah.
C-3PO backpack.
Yeah.
Number 2 pick. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I picked Thor for my first one, and I wanted to pick somebody like equally as boisterous, maybe a little bit more of an asshole, somebody I could just sit there and go back and forth with. Ty, you brought up an interesting thing with your first pick because you mentioned like who's gonna fund all this stuff, right? And for me, it's definitely gonna be Tony Stark, funding my little trip. He's got all the money in the world. He's always the life of the party, and he's made us laugh throughout every single movie. He's funny. He's amazing. Obviously, he has good chemistry with Thor already. So I figure like, there's not going to be any issues between them two. They're not going to fight. They'll all have a good time. And if we want to pivot and go to fucking outer space or something, Tony Stark's got the technology to make it happen for us. Or if the boat sinks or something that we're on, he just turns his suit on and he saves everybody. And it's super easy. But yeah, Iron Man / Tony Stark is my number 2.
Well, if it's a Stark Industries ship, you won't have to, or a boat, you won't have to worry about it singing because it'll be the best, smoothest ride you'll have in your entire life.
That's true.
But so I have as my second person, also Mr. Tony Stark, to be the other half of my funding for my trip because I want this to be. You'll see at the end why I have 2 very rich people funding my trip with my last person, but. Just think, you got Oliver Queen, who is, a billionaire from his company, right? And then you have Tony Stark, who's brilliant and is also a billionaire.
Cajillionaire.
They're gonna be like trying to show each other up. They're gonna try and buy shit for me and do things and try and coerce people to do things for money. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great show. I'm gonna get things out of it. It's gonna be like a little competition between my 2 billionaires, superheroes, like showing each other up. Even though I think Tony might have the edge because he's got the super suit. Oliver's just got, I love Oliver, but he's got his, his arrows and stuff. So, that would be my first 2. My funding duo right there, who would be very entertaining to watch bicker back and forth and try and one-up each other.
Yeah, that's a great choice, man. Obviously, I just picked it too.
Excellent choice. It's an excellent choice because I was, I had this one kind of interchangeable, between Tony Stark but I was also thinking possibly Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Same reasoning, billionaire, playboy, but I feel like Tony Stark, throws the better party, dude. We saw the party at his house where he was drunk in the suit, and I'm like, dude, that's what every single one of us would want to do is to just rage in the suit.
Yeah.
And of course it blew up his house, but that shit looked awesome until then. And the same reasoning, you got to have somebody to fund it, to pick up the tab when, nobody else wants to. So yeah, dude, I think Tony Stark's at all 3 of our bachelor parties, but to swap it out, dude, I feel like Bruce Wayne could equally, throw something pretty enormous. So I feel like he would also bail you out too.
Dude, yeah. And the thing is, Bruce, when he's in his, we'll say Batman Bruce, when he's in his Bruce persona, he doesn't hold back in the partying. Like,
exactly.
he's throwing like this biggest parties, fundraisers, whatever it is, he doesn't hold back. So he would be a great person to host the party. I think he'd probably be the most organized one to throw the party. I feel like
exactly.
my two picks, and your pick too, Marcus, with Tony Stark and Oliver Queen, they're just like rich, but they're like, let's throw a party. Bruce is like got the party plan down to the hour, to the minute, to the second. Like he knows what things are gonna happen.
That is a good point.
He's very in control, so he'd be the best person to have control your party if you wanted to go smoothly.
Yeah. So that's a good point. That was actually my my deciding factor between the two. I was like, okay, so Tony Stark parties in the suit with the gadgets. Bruce Wayne, you wouldn't get any gadgets, you wouldn't get the suit, but it would definitely be organized and be a little bit elevated. So yeah, I'll make it official. So my third pick is Bruce.
Love it.
That's a good pick, man. I know. The only thing I was thinking, because I mean, obviously Batman is my number one. He's got the number one spot in my heart, but I couldn't pick him because I didn't want him to start like going through an episode and like start like brooding, or whatever. Like I don't think that he would, because obviously he's too smart for that. But there's just like that whole his story is so sad, and like I wouldn't, if I knew his story, right? If I knew his story, and like I don't want a guy like that at my party, dude. I want just like the good vibes.
But if he's keeping his Bruce Wayne persona, you're not going to see that.
I would never know.
I would
never know.
He's going to keep up what he does when he comes into the public eye. He's having fun. Got like 15 girls around him because he's rich and he's an attractive guy.
Exactly.
So
there would be that.
That's the Bruce Wayne you're going to have around you,
And I feel like as long as it's not the Ben Affleck Batman, I feel like he's not going to be brooding and sad.
Yes.
I feel like Christian Bale would be good, Val Kilmer, George Clooney even, dude.
Yeah.
The George Clooney one, for sure. Yeah, it'd have to be Bruce Wayne and like not Batman at all. That Batman's got to get taken completely out of the equation for that.
But if shit's going down, let him change to the suit and kick some ass, You got the best of both worlds going on, but just tell him when it's back to partying, throw the brooding out, come back to being the party playboy that you are.
Yeah, and bring the 25 girls. Nice pick, dude. All right, number 3, huh? So number 3, I went with Doctor Strange, because he's my favorite MCU character. But before he turned like into Doctor Strange, he was like arrogant and like had a lot of money, and he just seemed like he would be fun to hang out with because he's so smart. And so like the whole point of him being on my thing was he's got magic, right? So he can do a bunch of tricks to like entertain us and do this crazy shit and give everybody cool visuals, and it would be so much fun, especially if we do it to music and all that stuff, and it would just be
shrooms,
really cool.
It'd be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Take us to another realm or something. But based on the one scene alone from Ragnarok, when he was just kept refilling Thor's glass with beer over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Dude, that's unlimited alcohol all night. Nobody has to go anywhere.
The best bartender for sure.
Yeah, dude. That is my bartender.
Especially if you're on a boat, you don't worry about running out. You got a full supply at all moments.
Exactly, dude. So you know where that's going. You know where I was going with it. He's my magical bartender. He's the entertainment. And he just seems like a fun guy to hang out with too. I like his personality.
To add on to that, because he was on my first list. But it was for actually like the scheduling aspect, because dude, his time stone. If you guys get into trouble, if you guys miss something, like if you guys or if anybody's late to the boat, he just rewinds it back real quick. Like,
dude, I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think about that either.
Somebody falls off the boat, dude, gets eaten by a shark. He's like, oh, hold on, I got this.
Like, you ain't dead. You're coming back real quick.
King Shark is like out there because he's jealous that he didn't get picked. So
yeah,
exactly, dude.
I love that pick. I was gonna go with someone magical, but I didn't for that aspect, because for the visuals,
Yeah.
for for the sheer fact that he literally can do anything. And Sean, I didn't even think about the time stone aspect. That's brilliant. It's someone could be falling off mid boat and he just like pull him right back. Like, you ain't getting wet today. We ain't turning this boat around. You're staying dry as a freaking as the sun. As a desert.
Exactly, dude. And yeah, the trouble factor was my thing. I was like, oh, if we're really busted in trouble, like he'll just rewind it real quick, just fix it.
I love it.
Oh, dude, I've already come to terms that like
There's
I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm getting in trouble for sure. Like with all those people, there's no way that
yeah.
I'm not getting in trouble.
So here's my trouble, right? I'm gonna do 3 and 4 real quick because the reason I picked them is because they need to be a duo, right? So Sean, I'm gonna copy you with the Deadpool, obviously for the reasons why. His personality, he's fun. You want the trouble. He can regenerate anything, and he's funny as shit. So like he's the perfect person to have on your bachelor party, right? So my 4th person, I had to go with the person he was parodied off of, Slade Wilson, Mr. Deadpool.
Dude,
because why not? Yeah. Why not have those two just butt heads the entire time? And Slade's gonna get pissed because he's gonna be chopping off, Wade Wilson's head and stuff every second, and it's just gonna come back. It's gonna be the most entertaining bachelor party I've ever seen in my life. We got the 2 billionaires just sitting there being like, what the hell's going on? And you got Slade and Wade just bowing out the entire time. And then hopefully eventually they get bored and we get to partying. But even if they don't get bored, I can sit there all day, drink some beers, and enjoy what they have to bicker and battle about the entire time.
Yep. You got your entertainment for sure.
How fucking crazy! Like every chance I get to bring up the, how much Marvel copies DC all the time, because DC always comes out with them first. But like, come on, man, Slade Wilson and Wade Wilson,
well, no,
and they look exactly the same.
That was a direct parody. Like that was on purpose.
Dude, it was like, it's just very silly sometimes.
The whole meta to it is like, dude, like Wade Wilson, if he had a choice, that's what he would do.
Yeah.
He would just fucking take like a serious ass dude and just fucking clown on him.
Yeah.
Copy his name, copy his look, and then, dude. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's hilarious.
It's funny
because, the whole history is perfect.
like Marcus, to your point, Marvel has, taken a lot and parodied a lot from DC, like in serious ways. But with Deadpool, like, it was in the most brilliant way, and you can't even hate on it.
Yeah.
Like, the Wade Wilson character is so funny and over the top and brilliant and just comedic, and the Slade Wilson character is so serious. He's a hitman, straightforward. So it just works so well. And casting, with Ryan Reynolds at the helm, Deadpool himself, whether in the comics, the animated series, or anything, is a fantastic character. Throw Ryan Reynolds at the helm of that, it's brilliant. You can't get better than that, and it's such a good parody. And honestly, I would love to see both of those dudes in one movie together on the big screen because it would be gold.
A buddy cop movie would be perfect, dude.
I'm thinking like National Security from like back in the day, but with Slade Wilson and Wade Wilson, because it would be amazing.
Dude, hell yeah.
You could like, just based on the two characters, they've grown since they've started.
Yeah.
But you could tell that those were like the creators and writers' personas. You know what I mean? Like the DC, serious guy, writes this badass character in this, in the most like perfect form. Like he's gonna have the coolest toys, the coolest look, and then the Deadpool writer's just like, oh, okay. He's like, like wouldn't this be funny if I just took it and then made a super parody of it and just went over the top? And it's like, dude, like I would be surprised and shocked if you ever met the creators and they were two different personas than those actual personas, because it works so well. It does. You said.
And what are the other ones? There's we can go on and on, right? It's like there's Darkseid, who came out first, and then they did Thanos, was a direct fucking same thing.
Well, if you think you have Aquaman and Namor,
Aquaman first, and then Namor came out after that.
The whole Captain Marvel Shazam thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
That whole
dude.
thing.
Like they're the same. Bruce Wayne and fucking Iron Man. There's a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But just the whole idea behind that, it's so funny. Sometimes I'll see a story and a storyline or something from between the two, and it's like, dude, that is like, Ty, do you remember that thing I sent you and Kev? It was like a scene from a DC animated movie and a scene from a Marvel animated movie, and it was the same frame for frame. It was the same, literally, like, dude, Sean, I'm not even kidding. It was like,
no, it was the scene from Endgame with Captain Marvel and Iron Man, and it was Batman in the animated series from, I forget what film, but Superman picks him from the ship and brings him down. And it's literally frame for frame.
Frame for frame was the same exact thing.
Yeah, so it was the animated. I forget what animated movie was for DC, but for Endgame, it was frame for frame what happened. It was
Endgame came out after the fact, like way after the fact.
Way after. Like, this is way.
If it was the 90s, like Batman Beyond or any of the 90s animated like Batman movies, even the early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
But those things are like animation like masterpieces, dude.
But if you think about it, in my sense, when I watch that, Marcus, it's like Marvel is showing you, Warner Brothers and DC, you have gold in animated form that could translate to live action. Do it. Like, what are you waiting for?
What happens in the translation?
Exactly.
Dude.
Marvel literally took a scene from your animated movie, and put it on the big screen and made it look amazing. It's your scene. Put it on the big screen. Make it look like that on live action. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, I hope you get your shit together. You have gold. Just fucking look through, your source material and find it and put it on the big screen. That's rant over for me.
personal opinion. Like, I just feel like DC needs to not feel like they're playing catch up and just slow down, just chill out. Make
1000%.
a movie for everybody that ties into Justice League. Don't just give us everybody in Justice League.
Exactly.
All
correct.
these origin stories in one movie. Like, just slow down. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're just, they think they have to play catch up, but they don't. Do you. Slowly build what you want to build and put it on, on live action on the big screen.
And dude, I don't know. Ty, you and I have talked about this so many times, and I've gotten upset about it because there's, I don't want to keep going with it, but there's people that are sitting in a room, after the Joss Whedon Justice League came out, and that whole shit show that whole thing was, and then now like when they, I don't know, they're sitting in a room and they're like, hey, where do you want to go next? I think we should fucking 4K remaster Henry Cavill's fucked up face. Like, again, people want to see that stuff in 4K. We should do that, right? And everybody's like, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
And the fans are like, no, I don't want that.
Like, no, we don't want that.
It doesn't matter. It's okay.
But let's get back to the show, because I'm just gonna get upset.
We've hit a nerve. We've hit a nerve.
Dude. It's because I care. I want it to be good, and I know they can.
Yeah.
It's not making the right choices here, but I digress.
Sean, you're number 4.
Number 4,
yes,
baby.
Sir. All right, dude. Possibly my favorite. Well, the next two are two that I think would be MVPs of bachelor parties. So my next one is actually Gambit.
Ooh.
And it's purely his smoothness with the ladies, and then also his, he always likes to put on a show with his magic.
Yeah,
so
he does.
Yeah.
To piggyback on that, and it's not only smoothness with the ladies, but I feel like he can get you out of a shit ton of situations, dude. He has a kind of like a tiny bit of mind control, I think. So, just getting you through it, but then also just being smooth with bringing all the girls and being spontaneous and magic show, dude. I think Gambit would be a hit. I
love that freaking choice, man.
It's a great pick, man.
And
especially
smoothest as smooth can come is with Gambit.
Exactly.
So I didn't even think about that. I applaud you for that. If you need to get out of any situation, that is your man.
For sure.
Yeah, especially if you're gambling and you're going to play cards, homeboy can win you some money.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's
dude.
like taking cards and putting like the right cards in your hand. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Tony Stark's busy, so he can't get bail you out. So Gambit, just helps you out real quick on the tables. Like you're good.
He's gonna help you win. You're gonna win all the money off that. Security's gonna come down, and be like, "What the hell's going on?" Be like, "I'm just playing. I'm not doing
Dude.
things. Watch me." And
We'd
gonna...
have a team so far just to be able to go and win some money from a casino.
Right? Hell yeah.
Iron Man's causing a scene, and you got fucking Gambit sitting there playing with cards, and Doctor Strange can help out.
Yeah, all else fails, Doctor Strange just turns back time real quick.
Yeah.
Don't do that again. Let me reset it.
Don't do that, you idiots.
You got your redo right there. I love it. Like in a video game, like, oh, retry. You're like, yep, turn it back. Let's retry this.
Exactly.
Nice. That's a good pick, man. Yeah, Gambit's a good choice.
Thanks,
I always try to make sure like I include the X-Men too, because I forget about them since they've been so separate.
Yeah.
There's
I know
a
that'll change.
There's a sick fan film, fan made like little short. I gotta send you guys. Remind me about it, and it's actually the reason why Gambit came to mind. But dude, it is super sick, and I hope it gets somewhere near that in the NCO.
Do you know who made that fan film? Like what YouTube channel?
No idea.
Okay, I have an idea.
Down a wormhole.
Yeah,
it was a while, but
no,
yeah.
I have an idea because I've seen someone with Gambit, and I think I might be on the same page as you, but I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah.
My favorite Gambit, man, is actually the one from X-Men Origins Wolverine. The guy that plays Gambit in that movie.
Yeah.
He does a fucking great job. I love his portrayal of Gambit in that one. I know the movie wasn't critically received that well, but the guy that they picked,
he looked
Gambit
like
was
him.
awesome. What's up?
Yeah. He looked like him. He did a good,
He looked like
him.
him. His voice mannerisms was like him.
Yeah.
He had just like the whole thing going on. And if there was like better writing and stuff, better situation, I think that he could have had a really good run. But
100%.
Unfortunately, the movie didn't do well, so I got axed.
What's your number 4?
Number 4. I'm gonna go with the Snyderverse Aquaman.
I love it
because the man knows how to party.
He does.
Especially if we're gonna be on a boat. He can do like crazy tricks with the water and shit, and like we can hang out with a bunch of sea creatures, and like I don't know how that'd be if everybody's wasted, but
yeah, if you want some
the
sushi,
there,
if he wants some sushi, he's flying them back up to right onto the boat. Real
he can
fresh.
jump on some sharks or some like dolphins or something, and we wouldn't have to worry about it. Cool, just like ride them, almost like jet skis.
For real, dude.
So imagine riding a shark as a jet ski on your bachelor party. I love it right now.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do?
Unreal,
dude. There is nothing else like that you can say after that. He'd be the guy that you'd sit down and do shots with,
dude.
Not just drink beers. Like Thor, I imagine Thor is like a beer guy to drink with me, but like Aquaman to sit down and do shots with you. He like you're throwing axes and smoking cigars. He seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah,
like that's what I want at my party.
100%, dude. And if you're out in sea and like there's like turbulence or a storm or something, he's got you covered.
Exactly, dude. We'll be on a boat. It's gonna be perfect weather. It's gonna be perfect everything.
Yep.
I just want to see Thor and Aquaman go head to head in a drink competition.
Oh,
honestly,
dude. That's what I'm saying. And then Iron Man is gonna be there and like just egging him on. And
yeah, man.
It's just that's like, dude. That's everything. I would have the best time of my life.
Yeah, that'd be good banter, dude. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's my number 4. Ty, what's your number 4?
So I gave the number 4, right? So I had
that's right.
Slade and Wade, right? So I'm going to start off with the final countdown here. So there's a reason why I have 2 billionaires in my party, right? Because this one man, I'll explain in a second, but this one man is going to give us access to the entire world. This man is Quicksilver because of his speed. He's going to bring us from place to place to place to place to place so we can party around the world for this bachelor party. I didn't bring the Flash because, I feel like he has more duty to have going on with saving the world and whatnot. Reverse Flash, I think he would do some fucked up shit. and for his own agenda. So the evil speedsters, I'm not for this bachelor party. But Quicksilver, I feel like he doesn't have much going on, so he's gonna bring us from place to place. He's gonna give my bachelor party a worldwide tour, and that's why my last member of this team is Quicksilver. We want to go out of Vegas. We want to go to Italy. We want to go to the Antarctica just to be cold for a few seconds. We want to go to Australia, New Zealand. We want to go to Germany. We're going a worldwide tour because my man Quicksilver is going to take us all there. And that way, my boys Oliver Queen and Tony Stark, they can pay for all the different places we're going to, and we're set. We're having a good old time for this bachelor party.
That's a great fucking pick, man. I almost picked him. I was this close, and I didn't do it. And I'm glad I didn't, because I'm glad he was your choice. But I totally get it.
Solid pick, and that's exactly why you weren't thinking about environment, dude. Because you guys can be anywhere, bro.
Yeah, that's why I had my speedster. I was going everywhere and anywhere at any time. We might have gone back in time and partied, the first Thanksgiving, right when we came over from the United Kingdom, Great Britain over to the United States. The party, do the Thanksgiving. We could party back then. We go to the future. We're going all over the place. My party's not just staying in Las Vegas. We're going to different time zones. Different time eras. We're going everywhere. We're partying.
You guys would have changed the timeline, though. You guys would have fucked the timeline.
But if you think about it, right? If we're going the Marvel way, right? It's gonna cause a variant branch off, and we'll come right back to my normal timeline.
They'll just snip the whole other branch timeline. And you guys will come back. You guys will be fine.
The TVA is gonna grenade the timeline. We got the Sigurd timeline intact. It's set in stone that I'm supposed to be partying everywhere around the world and around time. The TVA knows. I gave them notice. They let me do it. So we're good.
The TVA that's being controlled by robots, right, Sean?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god.
We talked about that on our last week's episode, but yeah, there's a whole thing, right?
that whole thing was nuts, dude. I love how cheesy they went with that.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
I won't stay there for too long, but dude, as soon as they turned the corner, and I was like, oh, this is fake. Like everything else in the series has looked so real, and then I was like, oh, this is hella fake. This is like way too out there for this series, and so I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, man.
It was and I have no idea. I have no idea where they're going tonight, this week,
tomorrow,
whenever it's gonna air. I
mean, technically at midnight we can watch it.
Yeah.
Might even.
But dude, I will say, oh yeah, for sure. If you can make it after this denogonizer, whatever you got.
Oh, dude, I'm just getting started, baby. I'm just getting. I feel tickled. That's all. Just tickled.
But dude, I will say I love your comment on Quicksilver's got nothing to do, because dude, he was severely underused somehow by both Sony and Disney and Marvel, dude.
Yep.
Severely underused.
Severely.
But the other thing too, with you going back in time, I'll float into my fifth pick. With you going back in time, so am I. I'm going to Chris Evans, Human Torch.
Love it.
Dude.
Wow.
I just recently I wanted to see if the old X-Men movie or the old Fantastic Four movies were as bad as I remember. And so I was like, dude, Human Torch would be, dude, it's another ladies' man. It's another guy who's trying to show off. It's another guy with tricks and whatever. And I was like, dude, this would round out the group, and it would just be hilarious the entire time. I could sit back. It's enough people to get into trouble and get themselves out of trouble that I can just kick back and just watch the whole thing play out. But dude, Human Torch is my number 5 pick.
Dude, fire tricks are great too. That's not only is he a ladies' man, the fire stuff's gonna bring in more ladies too. You just need the fire tricks and the mesmerizing stuff going on, and you're set right there.
Dude,
totally.
I was gonna say, between him and Gambit trying to one up each other with tricks, and dude, it would just be perfect.
Yeah, it would.
Tricks and pulling in girls, so it's just like,
what a team, man! What a great choice. Good choice, dude. That's fucking great. That's don't don't say too much on it, because like maybe now we gotta have you come back for a throwing back on Fantastic Four. So don't give too much commentary
We
away.
should
but,
do that.
Those
yeah,
movies weren't as bad as you remember. By the way, I watched. I think all three. I think there was three. I watched them all in back to back to back, and dude, they aren't terrible. They aren't the worst thing.
I don't remember that they were. But dude, yeah, wait till I mean, for you it'll be tomorrow, and for everybody it'll be tomorrow. But wait till you hear Ty's and I's. We did a Power Rangers throwing back from the Power Rangers movie that came out back in the day, and that movie is not. I know there's some surprises there, but everybody will have to wait and see. But yeah, that was a good one too. Dude, great. Human Torch is perfect. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the new one. Like who they're gonna choose.
Chris Evans.
Oh yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
Chris Evans again.
That'd be great, dude. Captain America's gone, and just bring him back in multiverse or something.
Right? Yeah. No, but Sean, your Bachelor team is definitely a lot more fun than my team. My team's more like let's get drunk everywhere and have a good time. You have the actual like party team, have a good time, tricks and everything. I love it. Like, good choices, my friend.
But we got a limited wallet, so I think you were smart with having 2 billionaires on there.
Yeah, and a magician that can just refill you with alcohol all night long.
That's true.
Dude. Wait, you didn't choose one, huh, Ty? You didn't pick that one.
No.
You didn't have it. Oh, you didn't have.
No, I had Slade and Wade, Tony and Oliver, and Quicksilver.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have the best banter in the best locations
it's
everywhere.
True. The banter is gonna be on point.
Dude, yeah, they're all just talking shit to each other, and Quicksilver is just taking you guys. Where do you guys want to go next? That'd be good.
All right, so Marcus, your last pick of your team.
Rounding out the choices here. Okay, so I got Thor so far. I got Tony Stark. I got Doctor Strange, Snyderverse, Aquaman, and my last one is going to be what does everybody need at a good party? You guys have the answer to that question?
Alcohol.
What do we need besides alcohol?
Drugs.
What do we need? What's the I mean, that's
women.
Okay.
We don't have the right answer.
The next thing to make it going is that we need great music.
Yes.
And that makes everything pop together, right? We have all these ingredients.
Facts.
That's the thing that sticks everything together. Who's got the great music wherever he goes, no matter what time he's in? Star-Lord.
Peter Quill, yep.
Peter Quill. Peter Quill's got the music. Peter Quill's, he's just an old-fashioned American guy who's always joking around. He's always having a good time. He wouldn't cause you any trouble. He's just somebody I'd like to sit down and hang out with. And he's got the tunes. He knows what he knows. He's got the tunes.
He'd be great to drink a beer with.
Yeah,
100%, dude.
He'd be fun to hang out with.
I think that's the biggest underrated pick, dude.
Yes,
that's a good one.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, dude, just somebody nice to round out the team. You got a little bit of everybody. Partying, axe throwing, shots, magic, money, beer.
Dude, he's funny as hell too.
Dude, Peter Quill's a great pick.
Everybody's their banter between everyone on my team would just be insane. And the big thing is that not only do they know how to have a good time and party, but if any trouble were to brew, they're gonna kick some serious ass they're together. So I would be content. I would be cool with where everything was. All my bases are covered, and I feel like I would have an amazing night.
Dude, Peter and Thor gonna butt heads,
that shit, dude, that so good, dude. So funny. I'm looking forward to that in Love and Thunder for sure.
Dude, seriously, it's gonna be fantastic. Wait. I can't, because their chemistry was so good in Endgame, and I cannot wait to see Infinity War. Sorry, it was Infinity War. My bad. But I can't wait to see them have more interaction, because it was out of this world good. It was so fun, and as much as intense as Infinity War was, they made it like a little bit lighthearted and fun to enjoy, and their moments together. It's just I can't wait. Love and Thunder is gonna be fantastic with them,
dude. And just on a the actor choice and that type, like Chris Evans is supposedly, or no, not Chris Evans. Who's Thor?
Hemsworth.
Yeah. So supposedly, like, he's hilarious on set, but he was forced to play this serious character. And then Chris Pratt was like hilarious, in all his other characters, but he was forced to play like this serious, like, buff role that he's never done before. So, dude, like, yeah, they're perfect, dude. The casting on that was like A+, man.
Yeah.
And the fact that Star-Lord thinks that Kevin Bacon saved the world, like, that makes it that much better, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing, man.
So
everybody had fucking great picks. So good job, gentlemen.
And then my 6th and 7th pick would be you two. So
yeah, obviously, right? We'll all
of
be
course,
there.
yeah, of course,
yeah, we'll be there.
It'll just be a rotating bachelor party. For sure.
Well, one for each, right? One for each of us.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know. We'd have memories.
I'd be like, I would tell Oliver and Tony, like, all right, so for my bachelor gift, right? It's like $1 billion each, right? Thanks, appreciate it. Send me for life, please, because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Make sure my grandkids are good.
Yeah, my grandkids, my great grandkids, my great great grandkids. We're going down the line over here. Marcus, this was fun.
Yeah,
great job, guys.
That was a lot of fun.
This was a good idea.
That was amazing.
It was, thinking about this, when the first day when you said, I'm like, all right, I gotta think out of the box. Like, let me think about things. I'm like, no, like, let me slim it down. I need people who are gonna fund it. I need people who are gonna freaking have a good time and have some good banter. And then the last thing, like I said, was like, I don't want to stay in one spot. I'm going global. I'm like DJ Khaled, global over here. So we're, it was really fun to like pick that out. Because at first, like, I was having a hard time, and I'm like, no, like, let me simple this down. This is for a good time, partying, I know, Marcus, between us for the hypotheticals, we don't want to pick the same people over and over again. So I was trying to pick people that, like, they matter, but, like, they don't at the grand scheme, even though, like, Tony Stark's a big member. But there's other people for me that can take his place in other scenarios. So, I'm very happy with my team. And you guys killed it, man. Doctor Strange, having Gambit in there, it's unreal.
I guess with
it.
Doctor Strange, you don't even need the speed aspect of it. He does his thing.
Yeah.
And then we can go wherever the hell we want.
You can go to different realms, dude. Different.
I know.
You want to go see Dormammu and go on that whole ride? Like...
Give him the finger. And then go
back. Right. Yo, let's go give Dormammu the finger real quick and get the hell out. All right,
can you imagine?
This time,
and then
this time I'm gonna moon him.
Yeah. Let's go back. I want to moon him. Let me get back there.
Yeah.
And I could see Thor being like, he's not shit. Let me show him what's going on. There's no way. Like, they just like these bets, like, Doctor Strange is like, look, I did it this way. I had to put him in a time loop. And Thor's like, I don't need a time loop. I'm the god of thunder. I can go do whatever I want. And then, like, it would just be so much fun.
There's no thunder in space. Oh shit.
Exactly. Which sounds like with the What If series that's coming out, we're gonna get that sort of situation where, like, apparently, I don't think this is confirmed yet, but for Thor's story in What If, they're supposed to be having an intergalactic party, and all the heroes and everything, they're invited to one place, and
that's
then
both of your bachelor party right there. That's what If is.
So we could see what it'll look
it's
like.
It's both of your fault right now that the Earth's gonna get decimated because you're having a bachelor party.
So that would be a lot of fun.
But yeah, guys, man, good. This was a fun one. Hopothetical is always good. Sean, it was a pleasure having you on this week, man. It was good times, great beers, great talk, great conversation.
Dude, pleasure's all mine, guys. Thank you anytime, and let me know. I'm always here. I can always jump
absolutely,
on.
Man.
I feel like
being here.
Marcus,
we'll have you back as much as you want to come on, dude.
Marcus, I think you're right with the next throwing back. If we do, Fantastic Four, this man's gonna come roll in because I think that'd be a great conversation.
I think so too.
100%, dude. It's Fantastic Four actually surprised me, and I gotta watch the latest one and see how bad that one was.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one either, so
I'm ready, dude.
I gotta watch that too.
I think I heard it was so bad that like I didn't watch it, but I should have. I watched the first two.
I watched it once, and I liked it, and then I read reviews, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. And then I was like, so now I want to go back and watch it. It's been some years, so.
Well, that was like,
cool.
Marcus, like we said last week, like with the Tomorrow War. I don't know if you watched, with Chris Pratt, the Tomorrow War on Amazon. IGN completely shit on it, and I still watched it and I enjoyed it. It's funny that we said this last week, but it's funny that these critics have this like standard, but sometimes it's not true. I feel like
exactly.
they have
sometimes.
Sometimes they just they set the standards to like Endgame, Infinity War, Dark Knight, but not every movie's gonna be like that. Every movie's different.
It doesn't have to be.
Exactly. You gotta appreciate it for what it is, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and if you guys are ever looking for like a sick like animation, I'm so disappointed in myself that I'm just finding this at like, mid 30s. But in the 90s, so 90s had like the sick X-Men, it had a bunch of good like spin-offs like Spider-Man and like Amazing Friends and shit. But dude, the Silver Surfer cartoon, unbelievable.
I never watched that.
Unbelievable. And it's one of those where it's only one season and like it's just incredible, bro. Like it was so good, and it's cool to watch it as things are unfolding in the MCU to see the different takes on it. But dude, it was completely underrated. I've never heard of it, and like it's awesome, dude. Awesome animated show.
Where'd you watch it?
Disney Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
My dad used to love the Silver Surfer. It was one of his favorite. He had like the comics from it, so when it came out on TV, I remember I was a kid. It was in the 90s, and that show came out, and I saw it, and dude, like it was insane. Like the animation was cool, and it's crazy that you brought that up because you just brought back like a wave of memories right now that I didn't even know existed in my brain. It just like unlocks some shit right now.
Dude, it's super dope, and I always loved Silver Surfer because I loved all the space art and all the colors, and all that shit. But this like takes it to another level, dude.
Am I thinking of the same one? Is it where he always ends with like talking with Galactus at like towards the end of the episode? Like they always end up talking to each other.
Yeah, and Galactus, dude. So the whole thing is like 2D, like hand drawn.
Yeah,
and then Galactus is somehow like 3D animated, but they drew like 2D lines over the top of them. And so like artistically, it is so sick, dude. And I'm like, this is before like, before Reboot, before Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Dude,
like
Beast
a lot
Wars,
of those
man.
like 3D. Dude, Beast Wars is horrible to watch now. It looks so bad. But dude, this is before all that, and it still like looks incredible, dude. But yeah, I loved Beast Wars. I loved Reboot. But dude, this is
you just blew my fucking
underrated.
mind, dude. You blew my fucking
mind.
Maybe
we do a throwing back on that too.
Talk about Silver Surfer, man, dude. I can't believe you brought that up because that's incredible.
I never knew he had his own series.
Yeah, dude.
Beast Wars I can talk about all day. Like they're making a movie about
yeah.
that. Like I'm excited for that. But I'll definitely check out that Silver Surfer one, man.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, that was good shit.
I'm so deep in it, dude. Just let me know whatever you guys want to talk about.
Maybe that'll be maybe after
table.
This week we should do it's throwing back. Maybe we should do the Silver Surfer or Fantastic Four.
Or maybe you should just like be on every week,
Yeah.
So totally up to you guys. Yeah, dude, I'm here for it whenever you're down.
Sweet. Well, friends, this was awesome. And for who's watching and listening, give us your Bachelor band of heroes or villains or both, because we'd love to know. It's a fun aesthetic to do. This was very thrilling for me, and I can tell from both of you it was very thrilling too to think about it and create this Bachelor crew to go party with. And there's tons of heroes and villains that I would also love to party with as well. So guys, it's a pleasure. As always, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, it's not
cheers,
y'all.
y'all.